Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And we got finally some news on the Aaron Rodgers situation. He finally made up his damn mind, and he is going to sign a one-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I think this was all but inevitable that he was going to end up making this deal. He was going to end up signing his way to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before I get my thoughts on that, make sure you guys leave this video a like as it continues to help this channel to grow and it beats the YouTube algorithm. And if you are somebody that's watching this and they're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post. But without further ado, let's dive into it. So I'll just give my personal opinion on this before I give anything that's going football-wise. I am so damn happy that this is over with. I'm so tired of the media talking about this. I'm so tired of this being the damn story. And just thank God we can continue to talk about things now that he has signed and now he's made his intention to sign. We could talk about what the future of this Pittsburgh Steelers team can look like in 2025. Now that things are kind of solved. Now that we got that out of the way. Number one, do I think signing Aaron Rodgers is going to elevate this Pittsburgh Steelers team into Super Bowl contention? I do not think so. At this stage of Aaron Rodgers' career, he is not the same quarterback that he was 2019, 2020, 2021, when he was doing his thing and winning MVPs and 13-win seasons for the Green Bay Packers. He is not that same quarterback. Now, do I think he could be a very productive one for the Pittsburgh Steelers? I absolutely think so. Now, like I said, he doesn't change the needle for me, only but so much with this Steelers team. With head coach Mike Tomlin in this system, that they have been a team that has always succeeded despite whatever quarterback play they're getting, whether it has been Kenny Pickett, Trubisky, the later years of a guy like Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields last year, which they still made the playoffs. You know, they struggled down the stretch. They were still a playoff team. So when you factor in Mike Tomlin's coaching, I think when we're talking about this particular Steelers team, with the defense that you add Derek Harmon in the draft, Patrick Queen has been solid. Alex Highsmith, of course, TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr. I really think that this team is going to still, no matter who the quarterback was, Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, Will Howell from the Ohio State University, was going to be I think heavily depend on this defense. Now, the offensive line, I think, can get better. Offensive line, I think, can play better. But I think when we're talking about this Pittsburgh Steelers team, yes, I still think they're in playoff contention. Yes, I still think they can make the playoffs. Can they win the division? I don't think so over a healthy Bengals team. And I think it depending on what happens with Trey Hendrickson, of course. And then you have the Baltimore Ravens, who I still think is a level above this Pittsburgh Steelers team, even with Aaron Rodgers and without Aaron Rodgers. So does this, like I said, it does not elevate this Pittsburgh team into Super Bowl contention. Now, I think this gives kind of a plan. Because, number one, you draft Will Howard in the 5th round. He is going to be 9 times out of 10 your third-string quarterback behind Rodgers and Rudolph. He is not going to be a guy that is going to be asked to play right away unless drastic things happen. He is going to be the guy, I think, of the Steelers' future that can sit, develop behind Rodgers and Rudolph for a year, and continue to get better. But Aaron Rodgers, not a long-term answer, and I don't think he elevates this team to Super Bowl contention. Does their ceiling change just a tad? Definitely. Like I said, this is going to be a playoff team. And I think it's going to be a little bit less reliant because we've seen at points last year with Aaron Rodgers, he can have some success. He can play well enough for this team to win games. Now, is he going to carry teams like he did in Green Bay? Absolutely not. But it does it kind of elevates the floor of this team. It only elevates the ceiling only so slightly, but it does elevate the floor, and it gives more of a chance for Mike Tomlin to continue his winning season streak that he hasn't had a losing season in his tenure as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I always said Aaron Rodgers, no matter if he signs or not, it does not change the ceiling, but only so much. But it does raise the floor a tad bit. And I think one of the bigger questions that I have, and it's not with Aaron Rodgers himself. For me, it's Arthur Smith. I don't think an Arthur Smith offense, even with Aaron Rodgers, is going to have but only so much success. They really didn't pull off a ton last year with Fields or Russell Wilson at quarterback. And it kind of failed with the whole Kenny Pickett experiment. They kind of failed with the whole Mitchell Trubisky experiment. I just personally do not think that when we're talking about Arthur Smith's ability to coach a football offense, that is the biggest question mark for me. I think even bigger than their quarterback situation, Aaron Rodgers in or out. I think Arthur Smith, to me, is a huge question mark when we're talking about this Pittsburgh Steelers offense, not even just for 2025, but going forward. Can he prove enough that he is the guy to, number one, develop a quarterback, and we're talking about Will Howard at this point, and two, get the best out of some veteran quarterbacks, whether we're talking about Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph, who has been with the Steelers offense before. So there is a little bit of familiarity, but Arthur Smith was not the offensive coordinator when Mason Rudolph was the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers at points of the 2023 season. So that is still going to be an adjustment period when we're talking about this entire Pittsburgh Steelers team. So Aaron Rodgers, to me, I always said wasn't the biggest question mark. It goes to Arthur Smith. And this move only raises the floor, but it does not move the ceiling, but maybe a notch or so, if that. But Bears beat them in weeks, I think 12 they play, beat them. But either way it goes, that is all I have. Make sure you guys leave this video a like. Comment you guys' thoughts on the Aaron Rodgers move down below. And as always, click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.